Gigi here with Kale and Bananas, back for a little segment in between my 8 weeks of Pure. If you are just joining me real quick, 8 weeks of Pure is an 8-week challenge I'm doing for myself to better myself. Pure diet, pure water, pure fitness, pure exercise, pure health. I'm drinking 1 to 2 gallons a day, so at least 1 gallon of water a day, and upwards up to 2. I'm eating a whole foods plant-based diet. I'm cutting out added sugars and nonsense and artificial flavoring and even like meat substitutes. The only real meat substitutes I'm eating are beans, which that's a real whole food, and tempeh, tofu, maybe seitan every once in a while. I'm cutting out kind of the thick breads and unnecessary breads and pastas. That's my goal, to cut all that out. And by the 8 weeks, I'm starting off at 146 pounds and 22.3% body fat according to the one test and 23.8 according to another. So I'm going to stick to the upwards one at 23.8. My goal is to lose 4% body fat and get to 20% body fat and I'm at 29-inch waist to get down to a 27. I want to lose 2 inches. And for my weight, I'm not really too worried about that. I would like to be at 140, but if I'm 145 and really strong and feeling great, then that's all that matters to me. Anyway, today I want to talk to you about something that is really controversial in like the health community, and just a common misconception that I hear all the time, and that's carbs. And I know I have talked about this before, but there's different kind of carbs. Sugar is a carb. So if you're eating nothing but processed, unnecessary sugar, yes, carbs are bad. So when people do low carb diets, they typically are cutting out garbage. So that's why they're losing the weight. You know what I mean? So if you are eating a high carb, low fat diet, a lot of vegans I know do that, and a lot of people do that for their health and for exercise, especially if you're into a lot of cardio. Carbs are good for you. And I'm talking carbs as in whole wheat breads, grains, rice, quinoa, couscous, and potatoes, and fruits and vegetables. Everything you eat contains carbs. And fruits and vegetables, they're nothing but carbs. They're healthy carbs, and fruits are natural sugars, they're healthy sugars, and I think that you should be able to eat as much as you want and not feel bad about it. Now, I'm not saying eat an entire loaf of bread, but I'm talking really good carbs. So if you are eating a huge salad with lettuce or kale, and it has tomatoes and cucumbers and red onion and chickpeas and black beans and corn and edamame and oh gosh, I don't even know, zucchini, squash, potatoes, anything. I mean, we have a place called Hello Bistro, and it's a kind of Chipotle style setup where you go along, you just say what you want in it. And I get it chock full of veggies. I get Brussels sprouts in mine, I get sweet potatoes whenever they're available, it's seasonal. I get chickpeas, I get lettuce, kale, cucumbers, red onion, red bell pepper, green bell pepper. I get apple slices in mine. And I get lemon juice, salt, and pepper instead of a dressing. And, oh, that's another thing. For my 8 weeks of Pure, I'm cutting out oil as much as possible. And I think that carbs are good for you. I think that if you're eating healthy carbs, if you're eating a ton of vegetables and a ton of fruit and really good grains and bread, like whole wheat bread every once in a while, there's nothing wrong with that. People think that carbs, as soon as you think carb, you think bagel, you think pancakes, you think French toast, you think bread, you think pasta. It doesn't have to be those things. Everything contains carbs. For example, my favorite thing in the world, one of my favorite things with the highest protein that I could find, at least in the vegan world, it's the no-cow bar. It has 21 grams of protein for 160 calories. That's amazing. Only 4 grams of fat and 27 grams of carbs. Yes, there's a lot of carbs in here, but let me just read you some of these ingredients. First of all, it's high fiber, all natural, non-GMO, it's obviously vegan, it's gluten-free, there's no sugar added, and it's soy-free. So this has brown rice protein and pea protein, cocoa nibs, almonds, cocoa butter, water, sea salt, and monk fruit extract, and stevia. So while I don't really like stevia, but that's kind of just for a flavor aspect, I think, to make it for that raspberry truffle flavor. I think that this is a healthy source of carbs compared to a bagel or compared to pasta. And I just want to kind of talk about carbs with you guys, because if you're working out, if you're working toward getting healthier for your body, eating carbs is what you need. are burning carbs before you burn fat in your workout, and you need carbs to replenish your body. And yes, post-workout you should have something that's protein to rebuild your muscles, but also you've burned a lot of energy, so you need to replenish yourself with carbs. And I'm going to be doing a video soon about pre-workout and post-workout. I've definitely experimented with different things pre-workout and post-workout, and with my intermittent fasting that I was doing, I wasn't eating before my workout. So pre-workout wasn't really a thing for me, but when it was always a very high carb thing, and I never felt bad about it. There's just different kind of carbs to eat. And post-workout was always a protein-fat balance with carbs as well, but usually higher fat toward the first 30 minutes after the workout if I wanted something with fat in it, but otherwise 2 hours later it'd be higher protein, higher carb. And I'll talk more about that in another video, but I just want to say that carbs are not bad. And it's what kind of carbs you're eating. They're all different. It's not equal. That's like saying that all fats are bad. Avocado, that's a really good source of fat. Almonds, nuts, seeds, all those things, those are really good sources of fat. Heavy oils, grease, fried foods, bad fat. Obviously. It's the same thing with carbs. And I think that we've been so trained to think carbs are bad. Oh, fat's bad. Well, you have to have a certain amount of protein. No. Carbs are not bad. You do not need a ton of protein. Like everyone thinks, oh, where do you get your protein as soon as you're vegan? I promise you I'm getting enough protein. I had 63 grams of protein today without even really trying. And today was kind of a weird day because of this event that I was at and I wasn't able to cook for myself. But anyways, today also is day 2 of my 8 weeks of Pure, so I hope that you're keeping up with my daily vlogs, and at the end of the 61 days, now to the end of the year, I will have this cumulative video over the course of the 30 days, and I hope that you keep up and watch and follow me on Instagram at Gigi Marie Daily Vegan. Check out the blog, www.vstw.net. Link below for all this stuff. Me on Twitter at Gigi Marie Daily. And the Facebook page, Vegan Save the World Facebook page. Contact me on there, comment in the comment section below, check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, comment things on the website, let me know what you're looking for, what are your opinions about carbs, what do you do to carb up, are you on a special diet that prevents you from eating carbs, how do you feel, let me know, and I love to talk to you guys and, maybe even do like a Q&A video at some point. But for now, thank you so much for watching. I hope you keep up with the blogs, and thank you for watching this channel. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.